I just kind of wanted you guys to know what's going through my brain, and I thank you in advance for your comments, because you guys always come through with the best comments and keep me encouraged and keep me motivated. So it's my privilege to do what I can to motivate you in return. So we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it, and we're going to be right back on track. Now, one of the things that I am going to do.
This is the Weightlifting Geek, the intersection of technology and technique, and the home of the 3, 2, 1 Geek Squad! I love it.
Yo.
I love it. This
Put 800 up there.
There you go. We hype now. Mondays and Fridays we upload a weightlifting video. Tuesdays we upload a technology video. Check out our social media. Check out our Amazon affiliate links. Let's get to the workout.
So what are we going to talk about today for Tech Tuesday? As we promised from yesterday, today we're going to talk about one of the biggest mistakes I've made in a long time. What to do when you format your hard drive. So, this is what happened. I was at work. I brought my external hard drive with me because I was going to work on a video at lunch to get ready. Actually, I was going to work on the video for yesterday, for Monday. So I brought the hard drive with me. I've done it before. I plugged it into my computer. That way I'd have it plugged in when I needed it later. During the day, I was working on stuff, and I had to format a USB drive so that I could reinstall Windows on a work laptop. Computer wasn't working right, nothing was working right, hadn't been used. So I was like, after everything I've tried, I'm just gonna reinstall Windows. No big deal, done it a million times. So I went to Microsoft's website, downloaded the Windows 10 ISO so that I could make a bootable USB and I could plug it in and reinstall Windows and keep going. Well, in the process to make the bootable USB, when the software starts, it asks you what drive you want to use, what USB device that's connected you want to use. It's doing 4 or 5 different things, and it did not click that drop down box. So when it popped up and it showed one of the drives, I just assumed that it was a flash drive, because in my mind at the time, that was the only drive that was plugged into the computer. Completely oblivious to the fact that my external drive was plugged in. So doing 4 or 5 different things, phone calls coming in, I see that pop up. I'm like, man, maybe I should check. Nah, it ain't a big deal because there's only one drive in there. Boom, click, format. Maybe an hour and a half later, I had to run out and do some other stuff. I came back to my office, sat down so I could reinstall Windows on the laptop because I'd already started the formatting process. And then I was ghost to go do something else. So I unplugged the USB drive, but still shows that there's a Windows 10 drive installed. I'm like, what? So I look and I'm like, oh my God, I know I did not. And I did. So I had content that I hadn't released yet from October the 11th or 12th. So literally a month worth of videos. And because of the fact that I've been working out 3 times a week, but I only drop 2 weightlifting videos a week, I always have an extra. And if I remember right, I had about 8 to 10 videos. So that basically meant that even at just 8 videos, that's a month ahead. And I'm gonna say 10 max just because I don't want to hurt my feelings anymore. So it could have been up to 14 or 15 videos. And yeah, 14 videos, that's 7 weeks. You start getting into 15, 16, that's 2 months ahead of content that I hadn't dropped, that was literally just sitting there waiting to be edited by me and put together and packaged right so that I could present it to you. And now it's gone. So like I mentioned, I'm going to reach out to a company that I've used in the past for one of my computer clients. Really nice company, very effective. And I'm hoping that they can recover the footage. Basically, the way that it works, the easiest way to compare it, and we've kind of talked about it before, but with a hard drive, you basically have what's called a table. And that table is a small file, but it's almost like the table of contents in a book. And that table tells the computer, whenever a computer plugs into it, it looks at the table and says, okay, from block 1 to block 1000 is X amount of data, and it's this. From this block, it's like a table of contents. So you know what chapter, what page, what line, what character, and what data it is. When you format a drive, most of the time, the only thing that's really deleted is that table. So when you plug it in, there is no table to tell Windows where that stuff is. So most of the time it's still there. Now, I was very smart. As soon as I realized what happened, I made sure not to save any more data to the external drive, because every time you save data, you take a chance of being in that spot where it's copying on top of what was already there that you're trying to recover. And you keep doing that, and now eventually you can't find the file that you were looking for. So I've ceased and desisted from using the drive except to try to figure out how I can recover it. So I'm hopeful that I'll be able to get some of that stuff back. It was just a crazy mistake. So I wanted to talk about what happens in a situation like this. What's going on in my brain? Well, what I plan on doing is I want to take advantage of this time to provide you with some content that I've been wanting to do, but I haven't had a chance to do because I've always been so far ahead on my videos. So I'm going to get with Jesse. We're going to do a Who is Jesse, kind of like we did with Taylor. That way you guys can get to know Jesse as well as Taylor. I think the world of them both. They're both great people, and they really are helping me in the gym. So I want you to get to know Jesse. I want to do one with Ted Biggs because I've known Ted forever. Ted was the one that tried to get me into weightlifting. And if I'd still listened to Ted, there's no telling how big my shoulders would be right now. But I want you guys to meet Ted and find out Ted's story. So we're going to kind of do some things like that for the next couple weeks, just to allow me to build up some content so that A, I have time to edit it and get it ready for you, and B, it will allow me to have a cushion just in case something happens where I can't work out a certain day or whatever the case may be. So it's crazy. But that's what we're going to work on. I hope you guys enjoyed the Instagram live that we put on the channel yesterday. That was from about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I do want to kind of do one of those, and what I may do is break these videos up and break them up to like part 1 and part 2 for a week. That way I still have another video from another day that I can build up. So we're just trying to be creative and come up with some ways to get the content that we need back. And hopefully the company will be able to recover what I think I've lost and what I tried to get rid of, and then we'll be in great shape. But I'll keep you updated as to how that goes, and we'll go from there. I just really wanted to update you on what's happening. And this is the time where the motivational minutes that I make, they're not just for you, they're for me too. Because this is one of those times where I'm scrolling and I'm picking one and I'm listening to it. I'm picking another and I'm listening to it because I gotta keep myself motivated. I always say, just like in the live stream when we were chanting on Saturday, I will never be outworked. There may be people stronger than me, there may be people smarter than me, but I will never be outworked. And this is one of those oil and water checks. What am I going to do? Am I going to allow this to get me down? I was down yesterday. I was really sad and mad and frustrated and all of the above. yesterday for most of the day after the live stream. I put on my nice face to make sure the live stream went well. I didn't mention it then because it wasn't the time for it. And I felt like I had a responsibility to make sure that I provided you with the content that you were expecting. And after that, the rest of the afternoon, I wasn't in a good headspace. I was very, very mad and frustrated. I'm a little bit better today. I'm recording this on Sunday. So I'm feeling a little bit better, but I just kind of wanted you guys to know what's going through my brain. And I thank you in advance for your comments, because you guys always come through with the best comments and keep me encouraged and keep me motivated. So it's my privilege to do what I can to motivate you in return. So we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it, and we're going to be right back on track. Now, one of the things that I am going to do in the next month or so, I'm going to buy 2 external hard drives, because what happened to me should not have happened to me. I broke the cardinal IT rule of never saving something very important in only one place. And I was debating about what type of external drive I was going to do. Was I going to do flash drives? Was I going to do an external hard drive? Was I going to do an M2 solid state drive? And all of these things were how I wanted to do this. And I hadn't pulled the trigger on anything. And because I hadn't pulled the trigger on anything, I didn't have a backup copy of my files. And I can't let it happen again. I can't let it happen again. It's just not possible. So I'm going to do what I've got to do right now so that we can get our footage back to where it needs to be. And the plan that needs to be in place to take care of this will definitely be implemented very soon. The things we go through make us stronger. And that's what it boils down to. We will be stronger because of this. If nothing else, but allowing this as an opportunity to help somebody else that may not have the technical resources that I have, or whatever the case may be. As long as something positive comes out of this horrible situation, I'm happy. So I can't just share with you my positives. I've got to share with you my negatives as well. This is a negative. This is really, really a negative. It's just I can't even believe I did it. I can't even believe I did it. I spent all weekend wishing I could just go back in time and take a second to think about what I was doing. But none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes. But we're gonna get through it. We'll overcome it. We'll be okay. I hope that me talking about it in this Tech Tuesday has been helpful. And that was the goal. And I wanted you guys to completely understand what happened. Next week, we're going to get back on track with our Tech Tuesdays as far as content creation and some of the things that we're going to be doing. One of our subscribers is using an app called KindMaster or KeenMaster, and I wanted to do some stuff with that, and I'm hoping I can get some video submission from her about how she uses it for her YouTube channel. And I just thought that would be another way to tackle it from a different perspective. Suppose you don't have a computer. How do you edit? What do you do? And how do you do what you do? So that's what we'll talk about. Then we've got a few other suggestions and things that our different family members would like to see. So we'll definitely be doing those in the next couple weeks. And I'm hoping in a week or maybe 2 or 3 weeks, we'll be able to do a YouTube live stream with Graybeard Fit. I've really been wanting to do a YouTube live stream with him for a while, so we're going to try to iron out the details about that and get a day picked. So thank you so much for everything. I really appreciate it. Just listening to this video and me being able to make this video is helping me a little bit to woosah and move forward. So thank you in advance for being there for me. I appreciate it. And what do we say at the end of every video? Stay strong, stay positive, stay active. Geek Squad, I hope you guys have a good evening.